What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kinetic615 back for another episode in the Michigan Wolverines Slow Sim Dynasty. We are in year 4, 2028, week 9, 8-0, currently ranked number 4, which is a crime. I'll get into that in just a second. But make sure real quick to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So again, just to recap, this is a slow sim dynasty, meaning we are not playing the games. We are building the team. Let you in on a little secret in the content creation world. It is very, very, very easy to, quote, rebuild a team when you're jumping in and playing all of your important games in the season and making sure that you can overpower the coding of EA and their CPU in the game. It's much harder to build the team and then let it run and see if you actually did a good job building the team. If you recruited the right players and trained them up correctly and set them in the right scheme and set the right playbook and set the right aggressiveness and set the right AI settings and ordered the depth chart properly and ordered the formation subs properly and then see how good you actually did. That's the harder part. So we are trying to see how big of a dynasty we can create with the Michigan Wolverines, utilizing that type of gameplay. So we are in year 4. We have Coach Connor Stallions, who returned to the Michigan Wolverines to save them from the travesty of the Sharon Moore era. He currently has on his staff former Minnesota Golden Gophers head coach PJ Fleck as his offensive coordinator, although PJ Fleck has let us know that he's going to be leaving the team at the end of the season and looking back to get back into the head coaching field. At defensive coordinator, we've got former Auburn defensive coordinator Connor Walker. We are in year 4. In year 1, we went 9-3 and then got a Music City Bowl win against Mississippi State. Year 2, we went 9-3 and then got a ReliaQuest Bowl loss to the South Carolina Gamecocks. In year 3, 2027, we had a 10-2 season, losing on the road by 7 at Texas, and then at home against the number 1 ranked at that time, Oregon Ducks. Finished the season 10-2, got into the playoffs, and then went on a run, defeating Texas A&M, USC in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl in a triple overtime thriller. Then we had the Cotton Bowl against the Georgia Bulldogs, and then we defeated the Alabama Crimson Tide in the national championship to cap off Bryce Underwood's college football career with a national championship and a national championship player of the game award. In our second season, or I'm sorry, not second season, in the follow-up season to our national championship run, so far we are 8-0. We've had a couple close-ish games, but for the most part we've been pretty good. We started off, and this is where I'm going to tell you guys why it's complete crap that we are 4th place, ranked number 4 right now. Okay, so just so you guys can see, we started the year off preseason ranked number 3, higher than we are now in the preseason. And in week 1, we went to the Vegas Kickoff Classic in Las Vegas to take on the then-ranked number 2 Georgia Bulldogs. We defeated the Georgia Bulldogs in week 1, which jumped us up to number 1 after that and dropped them down to, like, I don't know, number 8 or 9 or something like that. Then we went on the road the next week at West Virginia and won 31-17. Returned home for a 33-3 win over Maryland. Then went on the road at Purdue 58-13. At home against Oregon State 55-22. At home against Northwestern 59-14. At home against Nebraska 49-17. And then on the road to Seattle to take on Washington and win 51-10. Let me tell you why this is complete crap. We were ranked number 1 in week 5. We defeated Oregon State, and they dropped us to number 2 going into week 6, behind Georgia. Then we defeated Northwestern and they dropped us to number 3 behind Notre Dame. Then we defeated Nebraska. I'm sorry, this all started Northwestern and then Nebraska, and then we defeated Washington on the road, and they drop us to number 4. So we are undefeated, and we have dropped in the rankings each of the last 3 weeks, behind 2 teams that have a loss, and the number 1 team, their 1 loss is to us. It's a complete travesty. It is a crime against college football. It should not be tolerated. Like, it is absolutely insane that we have dropped from 1 to 4, dropped 1 spot each of the last 3 weeks, and we are undefeated. And the team that we defeated in week 1 is currently ranked number 1. It's absolutely no excuse for that. Anyways, this week we are taking on the 5-2 Wisconsin at Camp Randall Stadium. Let's take a quick look at the depth charts for each team. Now, this is year 4, so you'll see some familiar names on the teams. You'll also see some familiar college football names that have transferred in, and you're starting to see players that were recruited in the game created players. Coming into their maturity in their junior years and taking starting spots. So for Wisconsin, we got quarterback redshirt senior Danny O'Neal, running back Dylan Jones, redshirt senior, and Shaquille Semple, junior. At wide receiver, we've got Kyan Barry Johnson, a redshirt senior, Lex Cyrus, a redshirt junior, Connor Hunley, a sophomore. At tight end, they've got Grant Steck, a redshirt senior, and another redshirt senior, Jackson McGohan. At left tackle, they've got a redshirt junior, Cool II. Left guard, Hardy Watts. Center, Mitch Verstegen. Right guard, Charlie Hoytink. And right tackle, Owen Strabig. On the defensive line, they've got Ernest Willor, a redshirt senior. On the right edge, redshirt junior Jalen Williams. Interior D-line, they've got senior Xavier Ukpanu and redshirt freshman Paul Chester. At linebacker, they've got Carter Durbin, a true junior. Michael Dye, a redshirt sophomore. And Johnny Bush, a true junior. Cornerbacks. There's 2 starting cornerbacks. They've got redshirt junior Jackson Small and redshirt sophomore Marcus DeVoe. At free safety, redshirt junior Remington Moss. And at strong safety, they've got senior Raphael Dunn. Their kicker is sophomore Ben Maldonado. And their punter is freshman Frank McCutcheon. For us, the Michigan Wolverines, let's take a look at our team. Alright, at quarterback, we got redshirt junior CJ Carr, redshirt junior Bryce Baker, and redshirt senior Michael Van Buren. At running back, redshirt senior Micah Kaapana, redshirt freshman Trent Semple, and a pair of redshirt sophomores in Reggie Dial and Zaire Flanagan. At fullback, Kevin Trout. At wide receiver, senior Donovan Murph, redshirt senior Amarian Stewart, redshirt junior John Anthony Hall, redshirt sophomore Dante Ahmad, and a pair of redshirt juniors Chris Lawson and Liam Thorpe. At tight end, we've got redshirt senior Luke Harpering, redshirt sophomore Vinny Van Buren, and redshirt junior Jamar Browder. Left tackle Dorian Hunley, redshirt sophomore. Left guard Max Simonson, a redshirt sophomore. At center, a redshirt junior Ty Haywood. At right guard, redshirt sophomore George Cherry. And at right tackle, redshirt sophomore Brian Jordan. On the defensive line, left edge, we've got redshirt senior Lugard Edekpaye. Starting right edge, senior Wendell Gregory. Starting interior, redshirt senior defensive tackle Ted Hammond and redshirt freshman Romeo Sauer. At linebacker, we've got redshirt sophomore Cameron Booth. Redshirt sophomore Cordell Carver. And redshirt senior Gabe Williams. At cornerback, redshirt sophomore Deontay Liggins, Redshirt senior Josiah Edmond, redshirt junior Jaden Sanders. At free safety, redshirt freshman Tommy Mitrione, and a strong safety, true senior Shamari Earls. Our kicker is junior Otis Beck, and sophomore is Caleb Berryman. Our kick returners will be Zaire Flanagan and Dante Ahmad. Our punt returners will be Amarian Stewart and Reggie Dial. Third down running back, Micah Kaapana. Power running back, Diego Longoria. Slot receivers will be Amarian Stewart and Chris Lawson. Let's take a look at our recruiting board. Alright, so far to this point, we've gotten no commitments from a 4-star offensive lineman, Malcolm Kopp, 4-star linebacker, Kyler Radley, 5-star corner, Terrence Blizzard, 4-star edge rusher, Zach O'Toole, 4-star edge rusher, Warren Gizzy, 4-star offensive lineman, Lawrence Kalawaiaya, 4-star wide receiver, Rashard Suggs, 4-star offensive lineman, Robert Kafka, 5-star safety, Tim Guy, 4-star offensive lineman, Keelan Duzable, 4-star offensive lineman, Arsenio Cavazos, 5-star quarterback, John Gillikin, 5-star corner, Alex Lambo, 4-star offensive lineman, Rashard Wimper, and 4-star tight end, Demarius Lynch. This past week, we did secure a commitment from 4-star cornerback, Kona Nguyen, out of Bradenton, Florida. 5'10", 182 pounds, ranked number 10 at the position of corner, number 82 overall nationally. Committed to Michigan over Florida and Alabama. And then we got a commitment from 4-star athlete, projected as a quarterback, Bryce Stuber out of Southfield, Michigan, 6'4", 192, ranked number 12 at the position of quarterback and number 199 overall nationally. Committed to Michigan over Louisville and Maryland. For Tim Price, we're still unopposed in top 5. For Billy Ogburn, we've got a decent lead over Notre Dame in Florida and Oklahoma in the top 5. We've got his correct pitch. Angel Awasika, we're in the top 3. We've got a decent lead over Southern California and Oklahoma. And we've got a visit on week 11. Jamie Pettis, top 3. We've got a pretty good lead over Miami and Louisville. We've got a visit on week 12. Miami's visit is this week, so we'll see what happens there. But if we can withstand their push on their visit, we should get a commitment there. Nate King, we have been overtaken by Miami. Unfortunately, we do not have a visit until week 12, so we might not be looking too good here. Alright, let's jump into this. We will be using custom playbooks. They are my creations. The offensive book was just born out of my own frustration with Michigan's offense back in 2024 under Kirk Campbell. It was became what I thought we should have been running under for Alex Orji, and the offense that I would have liked to see something similar to it being run for Bryce Underwood this last season. And then it's just kind of evolved over time into my own personal play style. The defensive book is my attempt to put the amoeba defense into the game. I am very disappointed with the stock defensive books. I think they're very generic and they're very boring. Do not like them. Alright, we'll wear the white and blues today. Let's jump into this.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to
And we got a rain game in Wisconsin.
As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Michigan Wolverines.
Camp Randall Stadium is always a tough place to play, no matter what you're ranked.
Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game.
All right, Michigan's going to receive to start the game. Here's the kickoff. We field it at the 7-yard line. Up the right sideline, gets across the 30, tackled at the 31. Kurt Cignetti is the head coach of the Wisconsin Badgers.
They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Carr under center, single back. 3 receivers, drops back to throw. Underneath, caught by the by the running back. Gain of 8. 2nd and 2. I-form wing formation. Fakes the handoff, play action. Carr fires left, caught left sideline. Luke Harpring, the tight end, with the catch. It's going to be a first down at the 45-yard line.
And coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was
shotgun now, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Hands it off to the running back. Kapana up the middle, gain of 1 across the line, 2nd and 9. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end in line. Looking to throw. Carr over the middle, hit as he throws, gets it off. Caught by Donovan Murph at the 43-yard line, first down. I formation, 1 receiver wide right, 2 tight ends in line, and a fullback. Hands it to Longoria, the power back, up around the edge, up the right sideline, across the 20, tackled at the 18. Diego Longoria with the big-time run puts the Wolverines in the red zone, 1st and 10. Single back, wing formation, 2 tight ends on the line. Flipping the formation, tight ends moving left to right. Fakes the hands it off to Longoria, up the middle, spins around a defender at the 5, tackled down at the 2. It took 3 guys to take down Diego Longoria, and that's a 1st and goal for Michigan at the 2. Shotgun now, Jumbo's offensive set. Hands it to Kapana. Kapana up the middle. He's tackled in the backfield, but there's a flag. Looks like this flag is going to be on Michigan. Illegal block in the back, they're calling it. It's going to move him back 10 yards. That was on left guard Max Simonson. And now it'll be 1st and goal from the 12-yard line. Replay first down. Shotgun, empty backfield, 5 receivers wide. Carr with the snap, looking to throw. Fires right on the little dig route. Caught by, I believe, John Anthony Hall on the right sideline. It's going to be a gain of 5. 2nd and goal from the 7. Under center, single back, hands it to Kapana. Kapana runs up the middle. Gain of 2, tackled at the 5-yard line, 3rd and goal. I formation, Jumbo set. Carr under center. Hands it to Longoria. No, he keeps it, and he's tackled, sacked in the backfield by Remington Moss. Pushed back to the 12-yard line. It'll be 4th and goal. Wisconsin's defense with a defensive stand there on the heels of that illegal block in the back call. Penalty.
Try to suck the energy out of the stadium.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this
kickoff is taken at the 2, brought back to the 24-yard line. Michigan, following the field goal, has a 3-point lead. Now we see Wisconsin quarterback Danny O'Neal taking the field for the first time. In shotgun now, 3 receivers, single tailback, 1 tight end in line. Michigan with 6 in the box. Tight end in motion, left to right. Hands it off to the running back, running right. Gets back to the line, nothing more, 2nd and 10. Shotgun, 4 receivers, spread wide, 2 to either side. Mug look from the Wolverines. Fakes the handoff, play action, pocket collapsing, he's under pressure, and he's sacked, taken down. Danny O'Neal tackled back at the 16-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 7. The sack this time was by Gabe Williams, the transfer will linebacker. Beats the interior offensive lineman on the block. gets around him and takes down Danny O'Neal before he can get rid of it. It's going to be 3rd and 17 for the Badgers. Shotgun, drops back to throw under pressure, and he's sacked again. Wendell Gregory this time, along with Brenton Brooks, off the right side, gets through the line, knocks O'Neal back to the 10-yard line. It'll be 4th and 24 for the Badgers.
That's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play
Badgers
hard
out to punt
after
on
play.
4th and 24
Sometimes they
from
get
their
the
own
ball
end zone.
fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix, but to get to the
Gets
quarterback
just to
30
midfield,
times,
fielded
very
at
few
midfield
do
by
it
the
that way.
returner, brought back to the 40. Amarian Stewart on the return. And Michigan takes over at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Carr under center, 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Hands it to Capana. Capana right up the middle, jukes the defender. Tackled down at the 25-yard line. Huge gain, 15 yards, Michigan. 1st and 10. Under center, single back, 3 receivers, trips right, 1 out wide left. Fakes the handoff, play action, looking to throw, underneath, caught, Stewart spins around the defender, tackled at the 9-yard line, 1st and goal. Just like that, Michigan's in scoring position again, 1st and 9 to go to score. Power I formation, Carr pitches it to Longoria. Longoria, the right edge, gets around, meets a defender at the 1-yard line, taken down, touchdown saving tackle, and we've got an injury, Ernest Willard Jr. for Wisconsin. Shotgun, 2 receivers spread wide left, 2 tight ends in line. Hands it to Capana. Capana up the middle, cuts right, gets across the plane. Touchdown, Michigan. Micah Capana with the rushing touchdown to put Michigan up by 2 scores and improve the lead 10-0.
Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Texas A&M is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Johnny Manziel, and they are right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing.
Hands it off on the sweep to the left, met in the backfield. Cameron Booth on the tackle for loss. 2nd and 14 for Wisconsin. Shotgun, 2 tight ends in line, 2 receivers wide right. Pump fakes, fires underneath, caught, gets a boost across the first down marker, tackled at the 30, 1st and 10 Badgers, and that's their first first down of the game.
To get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands, and I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30.
Under center I formation.
They'll run the counter.
Hands it to the running back on the counter. Shamari Earls, the safety, blitzing, gets through the line and tackles for a 1-yard loss. 2nd and 11 Wisconsin. 3 receivers, shotgun, 1 tight end in line. Quick pass left, caught on the slant route. Carried across the first down marker, Kyan Barry Johnson on the catch. 1st down Wisconsin. Shotgun, 3 receivers. Hands it to the running back on the draw. Runs it right, gets 4 yards on the gain. 2nd and 6 from the 45. Shotgun, 3 receivers and a tight end spread out wide. Hands it to the running back, runs up the middle through the line, gets across, 4-yard gain. Dylan Jones, 3rd and 2 Wisconsin. Shotgun, 2 receivers spread wide, 2 tight ends on the line.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short.
O'Neal takes off, gets across midfield, 1st down, slides, and it'll be first down Wisconsin to start the 2nd quarter. -6 rushing yards for Wisconsin is crazy.
Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd.
All right, 1st and 10 for Wisconsin's start of the 2nd quarter. From Michigan's 47-yard line. Quick pass left on the out route. Caught. There's a flag. Tackled at the 47-yard line, but this one's going to come back. Got a block in the back on Wisconsin. Lex Cyrus, the wide receiver. That'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay first down for 47-yard line. I formation, Wisconsin. O'Neal with the snap, hands it off. Running back cuts right. It's going to lose a yard on the tackle. 2nd and 11 at the 48. Shotgun now for O'Neal. 3 receivers, 1 tight end in line. Drops it back to throw. Under pressure. Screen pass. Running back's got it. Tries to juke at the 40. Tackled at the 42. 3rd and 5, Wisconsin. Shotgun. 3 receivers. Trips right. Tight to the line. Scrambling. Right side. Hits the out route. Caught. Past the marker. It's going to be 1st and 10, Wisconsin. Out at the 35-yard line. Shotgun, 4 receivers. O'Neal with the quick RPO pass to the slot receiver. It's caught. Only 3 yards on the gain. 2nd and 7. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Mug look from Michigan. Fakes the handoff. O'Neal keeps it. Quarterback runs. Right side. Gain of 4. 3rd and 3, Wisconsin. Shotgun now, 3 receivers. Hands it off to the running back up the middle. He's knocked down behind the line to gain. It'll be 4th and 1, and Michigan's going to use a timeout. Wisconsin was trying to hurry up. They were able to bait Michigan into using their own timeout, and now they're going to try to sneak it across, I think. No, they're going to hand it off. Cuts back left. It gets across the first down marker. Tackled down hard at the 23-yard line, but it's a new set of downs for the Badgers. Shotgun, 3 receivers for O'Neal. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Met in the backfield by Deontay Liggins. Gain of 2 on the run by the quarterback, O'Neal. 2nd and 8, Wisconsin. Shotgun, trips left, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 tailback. Fakes the handoff, play action, quick pass underneath, caught. Kyan Barry Johnson gets it to the 14. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Wisconsin. Shotgun, 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends. Hands it off, run up the middle. First down, across the 10, across the 5. Tackled at the 4. For inside the 5-yard line, 1st and goal, Wisconsin. Shotgun, 3 receivers for O'Neal at the goal line in scoring position. Hands it to the running back. Running back runs right, cuts back left. Gain of 4, but it's going to be called just short, maybe a 1/3 of a foot. I'm sorry, 1/3 of a yard. Hands it to the running back, and it's an easy walk-in touchdown.
You in a bad spot, but the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Here's the kickoff. Michigan with the 3-point lead, 10-7 over Wisconsin at Camp Randall Stadium. Under 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Take over 1st and 10 at the 22. Carr under center. I formation. 1 receiver wide right. Hands it to Longoria. Longoria runs right. Gets back to the line. Nothing more. 2nd and 10. Shotgun, receivers, trips left. Pawn of the tailback. Can't seem to get anything going. Carr drops back to throw. Fires down the middle. Double coverage. It's knocked down. Incomplete. Stewart the target. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 for Michigan. 4 receivers, shotgun for Carr.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.
Fires down the left sideline. It's caught. Donovan Murph across the 50, tackled at the 45-yard line by Remington Moss. It'll be 1st and 10 for Michigan in Wisconsin territory. Murph a little slow to get up there, but he looks all right. Shotgun for Carr. 3 receivers, bunched tight right, 1 wide left. Looking to throw, fires over the middle, caught by Stewart. Short gain of 4, 2nd and 6 Michigan. Same formation here. 2nd and 6 from the 42. Looking to throw, over the middle, Murph on the in route. Hits his hands, but it's dropped, incomplete. 3rd and 6. Shotgun, 4 receivers spread wide. One is the tight end, Luke Harpering. John Anthony Hall in motion, coming inside. Carr fires down the left sideline. Donovan Murph completely wide open, no one around him, and he catches it. Touchdown, Donovan Murph. Michigan Wolverines adds another touchdown to their lead to go up 17-7 over Wisconsin following the extra point. Donovan Murph just beat his man off the line, had a good 7 yards of separation, and Carr able to hit him in stride in the end zone.
Might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will
Michigan up by 10, 17-7. Under 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Wisconsin with the return gets it to just barely to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Wisconsin. 3 receivers, shotgun look. O'Neal pulls it for the RPO pass. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5, Wisconsin. Michigan with 6 guys on the line. O'Neal on a quarterback keeper runs right, gets around the line. Gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 3. Design QB run there for O'Neal. 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Shotgun. O'Neal drops back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, fires deep down the right side. Single coverage. It's knocked down. Incomplete. It'll be 4th and 3, and the Badgers are going to punt. Kick is up. It's across midfield. It's going to be taken in at 36-yard line, or 38-yard line. Fair catch. Carr comes out under center, I formation, 1 receiver wide right. Hands it to Longoria. Longoria running to the right side of the line. He's brought down just behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1. Shotgun now. 3 receivers spread wide left, 1 out wide right. Carr looking to throw. Fires left. Caught. Donovan Murph reverses course back to the sideline. Gets across the 50. Tackled at the 46. 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the first half. Michigan running tempo. In shotgun now. Drops back to throw. Quick pass underneath. Caught by Amarian Stewart. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5 from the 41.
Immediately short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Empty backfield, shotgun for Carr.
Looking to fire.
Underneath, tight end, Luke Harpering caught. Up the left hash, across the 30, tackled at the 26. 1 minute left on the clock. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Capana the tailback. Carr looking to throw. Fires over the middle. And it's caught between double coverage, threads the needle between 2 defenders, and Amarian Stewart with the catch, and he falls forward across for the touchdown. Michigan adds another score.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum.
Look at that throw.
Answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Double coverage right up the middle.
Try to add another to their lead.
Pinpoint accuracy where only his guy could catch it. And following the extra point, Michigan takes a 24-7 lead over the Signetti-led Badgers. And some people will try to tell you that Signetti's the best coach in college football. Badgers return it to the 20-yard line. 45 seconds left in the first half. Shotgun type formation. O'Neal, quick throw underneath. Caught by the tight end. Wisconsin calls a timeout. It'll be 2nd and 4 from their own 26-yard line. They have 2 timeouts left. Drops back to throw. Screen pass. Caught by the receiver. 1st down. Gets across the 35. Tackled at the 36. And Wisconsin uses their 2nd timeout. 37 seconds left on the clock. Shotgun, 3 receivers for O'Neal. Drops back to throw. Quick pass to the out route. Or the flat route, to the tight end. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Clock still running. Hurrying back to the line. Shotgun for O'Neal. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he's sacked. Lugard Edekpayi, the left edge for Michigan, gets the sack on O'Neal and forces Wisconsin to use their final timeout. 3rd and 12 from their own 34-yard line, 20 seconds on the clock. Empty backfield, shotgun for O'Neal, 5 receivers. Fires to the left sideline, throws it away, incomplete. 4th and 12, and they're going to send the punt team out.
He's going to try to flip the field with this one.
Michigan fields it at the 25-yard line, brings it back to the 31. 10 seconds left on the clock before halftime. Carr in shotgun, 4 receivers spread wide. Michigan going to take a shot here? No, they hand it off. Capana running right, gains a few yards. They're going to take a timeout, though. They're maybe going to take one more shot. Carr in shotgun. He's split backs, 3 receivers. 2nd and 3, 5 seconds on the clock. Hands it to the running back. Capana on the sweep to the right, gets to the sideline. Tackled at the 45-yard line, and that's going to be the end of the first half.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison.
Donovan Murph, player spotlight. 5 targets, 4 catches, 102 yards, 1 touchdown.
And how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
And the Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back.
Badgers start off the second half, bringing it back to the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. 3 receivers. O'Neal with the handoff. Met in the backfield. He falls forward back to the line, so it'll be no gain on the play. 2nd and 10, Wisconsin. O'Neal in shotgun. Drops back to throw. Quick pass underneath. Wide receiver screen. Caught. Gain of 6. 3rd and 4. From the 23-yard line. Shotgun. Tight formation. 2 receivers and 2 tight ends to either side of the line. Receiver goes in motion right to left. O'Neal calling out coverages. Takes a snap. Drops back. Quick pass over the middle. Hits the dirt. Incomplete on the inaccurate throw. It'll be 4th and 4, and the Badgers are going to punt on 3 and out to start the second half.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They'll run it from the gun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 for Michigan after the 3-yard run.
Sends it back in motion.
Capana motions out of the backfield. Carr looking to throw. Fires underneath. Caught and Marion Stewart on the drag route. Gets it across the 50, across the 40. Tackled at the opponent's 38-yard line. And Carr goes over 200 yards for the day.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
A 20-yard gain on that catch by Marion Stewart.
They're lining up on 1st and 10.
In shotgun now, duo set, 3 receivers for Carr. Hands it to Capana. Capana cuts back up the middle, gets across the 1st down marker. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Single back, wing formation, 3 tight ends on the line. Hands it to Capana. Capana running up the middle, jukes at the line. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5 from the 23-yard line. Capana over 50 yards for the game. Same formation, single back wing. Hands it to Capana. Capana running left around the left side. No, sorry, that was Semple, not Capana. And he's going to be tackled down for a 2-yard loss. Under center now, Carr. 3rd and 7, 3 receivers, wide right, 1 left. Draws back to throw. Looking under pressure, and he's sacked. Carr goes down at the 30-yard line, and it's going to force a 4th and 12 for Michigan. If they send out the kicker, it'll be a 40-yard kick. Defensive tackle Sean Hooper on the sack. Looked like right guard George Cherry was the one that gave up that sack.
And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. The field goal is no good.
Field goal's no good by Beck.
But we're still sitting on a 17.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Now they'll run the draw. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. To the air, it's O'Neal.
Under pressure, screen pass, gets it off, caught. Behind the line, it's going to be a loss of 5 yards on the tackle. 3rd and 9 for Wisconsin.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th.
Back motions out. Pump fake. Fires left. Caught on the slant route. Gets across across midfield, across the 40. Tackled at the opponent's 37-yard line. And Wisconsin is driving. Shotgun now. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. O'Neal with the snap. Fires over the middle, up the seam. Caught, and it's a touchdown, Wisconsin.
Anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass.
Looking to throw. Carr underneath. Caught. Capana out of the backfield. And he's up the seam. He just weaves in and out between multiple defenders up the seam. And a huge touchdown run on the catch by Micah Capana. He caught that, got around one defender, weaved left, weaved right, weaved back left, and they were all behind him. Nobody could catch the speedster Michael Capana.
Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Michigan now with a 31-14 lead over Wisconsin.
Prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field.
Here's the handoff, Wisconsin. Big run there. Gets it all the way to the 29 and a 1st down. It's like all the defenders just vacated the middle of the field for that run. Hands it off, run through, splits the defenders, gets around, tries to spin at the line to gain. Tackle down at the 38. It'll be a 2nd and 1 for Wisconsin. Under pressure, Wendell Gregory with another sack. Brings him down back at the 31, 3rd and 8.
Defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong. Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo. A lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Bringing the heat. And the third down pass is incomplete. The Badgers will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way.
Here's the punt by Wisconsin. Michigan fields it at the 35, brings it back across the 40 to the 42. Amari and Stewart on the punt return. Under center, single back, wing formation, one receiver to either side. Carr drops back to throw. Fires left side, caught by Harpering. It looks to be a first down, but this may be coming back on a flag. Looks like holding on Michigan. Right guard George Cherry. That'll move him back 10 yards, and this time it'll be first and 20 from the 32. Shotgun split backs for Carr. Capana motions out. Quick pass over the middle, caught. Donovan Murph, gain of 16. 2nd and 4 from the 48. Shotgun, 4 receivers. 3 right, 1 left. Carr, quick pass underneath to Amari Stewart. Catches it, spins around a defender, gets across the 40, across the 35, tackled down at the 31 for Amari and Stewart on the catch. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Michigan. Hurrying back to the line. Shotgun duo set for Carr, 3 receivers. Hands it to Stewart out of the backfield. Gain of 1 on the run, 2nd and 9.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
I formation, hands it off to Longoria. Longoria running left, cuts back up the middle, gets it back to the line, nothing more, 3rd and 9. Time running out in the 3rd quarter. They did not get the snap off. That'll end the 3rd quarter. Michigan up 31-14 over Wisconsin heading into the 4th. Yeah, screw the national rankings. I'm sure we'll drop to 5th next week.
One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, it's Carr.
Carr taking off, scrambling across the 20, dives down at the 18-yard line, 1st and 10 Michigan.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Looks as if he's
fakes the end around. Carr keeps it but gets stuffed in the backfield. 3-yard loss, 2nd and 13. Under center, 4 receivers, single tailback Capana. Fakes the handoff, play action, quick pass underneath, caught. And he jukes a defender at the 2-yard line, gets around him, and that's a touchdown for Michigan.
This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better.
Liam Thorpe, the transfer wide receiver, with that amazing catch and run on the drag route, gets ahead of 1 defender. Right here, you see him basically just shrugs off a tackle by Small and steps around him into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Here's the extra point, and it's good. Michigan takes a 38-14 lead at the start of the 4th quarter.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by a field goal over Arkansas.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield.
Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That's reeled in. It's Barry Johnson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Stuffed on that run by Cameron Booth. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Badgers from their own 40-yard line. Shotgun now, takes a snap, drops back to pass over the middle, caught, shakes off a tackle. 1st down for the Badgers at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Shotgun, 3 receivers wide right, 1 left. Mug look from the Wolverines, 6 on the line. Blitz by Michigan. Quick pass on the wide receiver screen. Caught. Back at the 45. Gets it to the 50. 2nd and 4 for Wisconsin. O'Neal in shotgun. 2 receivers wide to either side. Single tailback. 6 on the line for Michigan. Blitz. O'Neal stands tall in the pocket. Hits the receiver on the left side. Only a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the opponent's 48. O'Neal in shotgun. 3 receivers wide. 1 tight end. Fakes the handoff. RPO. Gets it across the first down marker. New set of downs at the 42 for the Badgers. Shotgun. 2 tight ends in line. 2 receivers wide right. O'Neal drops back. Blitz by Michigan. Fires over the middle, and it's tipped at the line. Knocked down by Hammond. 2nd and 10 for Wisconsin. Shotgun. 3 receivers. 1 tight end in line. Fakes the handoff. Play action. Quick pass to the receiver on the screen. Gets around the defenders. Gets up the sideline. Jukes the defender at the 25. Tackled at the 22, and that's a new set of downs again for the Badgers. Connor Hundley on the reception. Wide receiver screen. Gets great blocking there. Able to get away from Shamari Earls up the right sideline. Jukes the defender. And then Earls catches up with him and takes him down. But not before he could get well beyond the first down marker. 1st and 10 from the 22. O'Neal in shotgun. Drops back to throw. Screen pass to the running back. It's caught. Taken down at the 21-yard line. Gain of 1. 2nd and 9 for Wisconsin. 3 receivers. O'Neal in shotgun. 1 tight end in line. Drops back to throw. Under pressure. Fires to the left sideline. Gets it off. Caught. Gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Wisconsin. From the red zone 19-yard line. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he's sacked. Zena Umeazulu, the left edge for Michigan, gets the sack this time, taking down O'Neal at the 22-yard line, and that's going to make it 4th and 10 yards to go.
And making life so hard on this offense.
Umeazulu in his 2nd season with the Wolverines.
Down in the 4th quarter.
4th and 10, and they're going to go for it. Badgers. Danny O'Neal in shotgun. Takes a snap. Drops back. Blitz by Michigan. Fires right side. Oh, and it's tipped off of Josiah Edmond. Josiah Edmond tips it, and it's caught. Brought in off of the tip for an interception in the end zone.
Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Strong safety Reggie Gideon on the tipped interception in the end zone to end the drive and avoid Wisconsin getting more points. Carr takes over from the 20-yard line after the touchback. Drops back in the pocket, scrambling, trying to keep the play alive. He's running with it. Slides down at the 27-yard line, gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Shotgun wing formation, Carr with 1 receiver wide left, 3 tight ends on the line. Murph comes in motion from the left side across the line, hands it to Capana. Capana runs left, gets through the line, across the first down marker, tackled at the 34, 1st and 10. Shotgun for Carr, duo set, 3 receivers. Pitches it to Capana. Capana running left, gets around the edge. He's up the sideline. Tackled down at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for Michigan at the opponent's 41-yard line. Big run on the toss for Micah Capana. Shotgun for Carr, hands it to Capana. Capana runs up the middle. Falls forward for a gain of 1 after being met at the line by the defender. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Michigan from the opponent's 40-yard line. Carr and shotgun, split backs, 3 receivers. Hands it to Semple. Semple running left. Tackled down at the 39-yard line, gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 8. Shotgun now, 3 receivers, bunched tight right. Capana the tailback. Hands it off. Capana running up the middle. Gain of 2. It's 4th and 6, and they're going to punt. Under a minute left to go in the game. Michigan's going to send out the punt team, Caleb Berryman. And it goes out at the 10-yard line. Wisconsin takes over at the 10. First and 10, 37 seconds on the clock. 3 receivers in shotgun. O'Neal, quick pass on the slant route to the slot receiver. Caught, tackled at the 17-yard line, and Wisconsin's going to use their first timeout. 2 timeouts remaining, 2nd and 3. O'Neal in shotgun, 3 receivers. Looking to throw, fires right on the out route to the tight end, caught, gain of 1, it'll be 3rd and 2. And they're going to use their second timeout. Michigan with a 24-point lead, 27 seconds left to go in the game. Shotgun for O'Neal, 4 receivers. Drops back, stepping up in the pocket, scrambling, throws it on the run, out of bounds, incomplete. 4th and 1 for the Badgers, and they're going to send out the punter.
And here comes the punt team.
Kick is up. It's across midfield, taken at the 42. Stewart gets past the defender, across the midfield to the 45-yard line, and Carr's going to come out in victory formation, just kneel it down. There's the kneel down, and Michigan gets a 24-point win on the road at Wisconsin. Kurt Cignetti, y'all. Cignetti at his best, Googling. CJ Carr, player of the game, 344 yards, 4 touchdowns, just a hair under 90% completion percentage.
All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those
take a look at the stats for the game. Michigan 21 first downs to Wisconsin's 15. 481 yards of total offense to Wisconsin's 252. Wisconsin ran 57 plays to Michigan's 48. Michigan averaged 10 yards per play, Wisconsin 4.4. The run game, Michigan had 29 carries, 137 yards, 1 touchdown, and an average of 4.7 yards per carry. Wisconsin, 25 carries, 27 yards, 1 touchdown, with an average of 1.1 yards per carry. In the passing game, Michigan was 17 of 19 for 344 yards and 4 touchdowns, an average of 18.1 yards per pass. Wisconsin, 25 of 32 for 225 yards, 1 touchdown, and 7-yard average. Third down conversion, Michigan 50%, Wisconsin 42%. Fourth down conversions, Wisconsin was 1 for 2. 2-point conversions, none were attempted. Red zone percentage, Michigan 50%, Wisconsin 33%. Turnover differential, Michigan up by 1 in the turnover differential after that tipped interception in the end zone. Punt return yards, 30 for Michigan, 0 for Wisconsin. Kick return yards, Wisconsin 103 to Michigan's 51. Total yards for the game, 562 for Michigan, 355 for Wisconsin. For punt average, Wisconsin 36.8, Michigan 28. Penalties, Michigan had 2 for 20 yards, Wisconsin 1 for 10. Time of possession, Wisconsin had 25 minutes and 54 seconds of possession. Michigan had 22 minutes and 6 seconds. Individual player stats for the Michigan Wolverines. CJ Carr, 311 QB rating, 17 of 19, 344 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 89% completion percentage. Rushing yards, or in the run game, Micah Kapana, 14 carries, 86 yards, 1 touchdown. Diego Longoria, 6 carries, 48 yards. Amarian Stewart, 1 for 1. Receiving today, Amarian Stewart, 6 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Donovan Murph, 5 catches, 118 yards, and 1 touchdown. Luke Harpring, 2 for 21. Chris Lawson, 1 for 8. Liam Thorpe, 1 for 21 and a touchdown. John Anthony Hall, 1 for 5. And Micah Kapana only had 1 catch, but it went for 79 yards and a touchdown. The offensive line, we had 1 sack given up by George Cherry. Cherry, Hundley, and Simonson each had 7 pancakes on the day. On the defensive side, our tackles leader was cornerback Deontay Liggins with 13. TFL's leader was split between Cameron Booth and Wendell Gregory with 3 apiece. Sacks, Wendell Gregory had 2, Gabe Williams 1, Lugard Edekpayi 1, Zeno Umeazulu and Brenton Brooks each had half a sack. interceptions, Reggie Gideon had the lone interception for the game. PBUs, Ted Hammond and Josiah Edmond both had one. In the kicking game, Otis Beck was 1 for 2 from the field with a long of 29 and 5 for 5 perfect extra points. Punting, Caleb Berryman had 1 punt in the game for 28 yards. Kick return, Zaire Flanagan, 3 returns for 51 yards. Punt returns, Amarian Stewart had 5 for 30. Let's back out. We'll advance the week and see what changes. Anyone want to place money on whether or not we're going to drop from 4 to 5 and drop down 1 spot for the 4th week in a row? Let's take a look. Now at 9-0 going into week 10. And we got a commitment from 4-star offensive lineman Jamie Pettis out of Zeeland, Michigan. Oh, look at that. We moved back up 1 spot in the rankings. All right, let's take a look. So in the top 25, Duke jumped over Notre Dame after a win over North Carolina 38-14 to take the number 1 spot. No, oh, this is the CFP rankings. So hold on. Okay. So these are the first week. Let's look at the media. So Notre Dame moved from 2 to 1, Duke from 3 to 2. We moved from 4 to 3. Tennessee moved from 6 to 4. USC stayed at 5. Auburn moved from 9 to 6. Georgia dropped from 1st to 7th after a loss to Texas. Told you they shouldn't have been ranked above us. That's why we beat them to start the season. Florida moved from 10 to 8. Texas from 13 to 9. Oklahoma State from 11 to 10. Mizzou dropped from 8 to 11. Penn State moved up 2 from 14 to 12. Pitt moved from 15 to 13. BYU 16 to 14. TCU 17 to 15. Miami jumped up 3 spots from 19 to 16. Clemson 3 spots from 20 up to 17. Louisville dropped from 7 all the way to 18 after a loss at SMU. South Carolina dropped from 12 all the way down to 19 after a loss versus LSU. Louisiana jumped 5 spots from 25 to 20. And then Ohio State, Boise State, ULM, UCLA, and NC State, all unranked last week, moved up into the top 25, 21 through 25. We'll start going off the CFP rankings after next week. All right, guys, that's going to be the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought. Make sure to tune into the next video where we'll return back to Ann Arbor to take on the number 5 ranked, also undefeated USC Trojans in a top 5 matchup. Make sure to follow me everywhere on social media at Kinetic615. Please take the time, if you would, to check out the GoFundMe link linked in the YouTube bio. It's also linked at the top of my X profile at Kinetic615. Please feel free to send me a message about the video or the GoFundMe or anything on your mind. I'll try to respond. And until next time, guys, as always, I just want to say Skol Vikes and Go Blue.